to quickly give you a little bit of a background of what we are reading here is this is a compilation of the short verses and the paragraphs from the various sources. But the title that we gave is Dependent Origination and Emptiness, a compilation of excerpts from sutras and treatises for meditation on emptiness. And you'll see the benefit of the benefit of the wisdom of emptiness, and many of the verses are there for us to which we can readily use for a meditation. We can memorize some of these verses that, and in a meditation you can apply these. For example, the first verse which I like to share with you in terms of the meaning is that is from the sutra. The Buddha Shakyamuni, the Buddha is comparing two bodhisattvas. Say here the purpose is to indicate how beneficial it is to have the wisdom of emptiness. So with the wisdom of emptiness, without wisdom of emptiness, it is like the comparison in a loose sense. It's like for us, say that somebody who sits in the office very comfortably with tea and everything, all the comforts there, and just once in a while has to put the signature on, and put one signature on, then there are millions of dollars turnover happening. On the other hand, somebody's working so hard for like 8 hours a day, 10 hours a day, really hard. They're working so hard, and then at the end of the day, you get only about like $100, $200, $300. Whereas in the case of the other person, just put one signature, there's turnover like millions of dollars happening. So where lies the difference? The intelligence. So the wisdom of emptiness, this is the greatest of the intelligence. You have it, and one small virtue that you do is multiplied by millions of times. So this is the benefit of the wisdom of emptiness. So the Buddha Shakyamuni is comparing the two bodhisattvas. One bodhisattva who became a bodhisattva for all these many lifetimes, but without the wisdom of emptiness. And then another bodhisattva who just freshly became a bodhisattva today, and yet the bodhisattva, the one who became freshly a bodhisattva, has the wisdom of emptiness. So the Buddha is indicating that the virtue that this bodhisattva, freshly generated the bodhicitta bodhisattva, so this bodhisattva accumulated the virtue or merit with the wisdom of emptiness when compared with the bodhisattva who had been bodhisattva for so many lifetimes, but without the wisdom of emptiness, the merit, the one with the wisdom of emptiness far excels. There's no comparison with the merit accumulated by this bodhisattva. So because of this, from this we need to take the inspiration, take the hint, the clue that, okay, I really need to work on. Finally, we need the merit accumulation. Merit accumulation is extremely important for whatever we do. These are all the results of the merits. And you may think that, okay, I work hard and I got this money, so therefore I could easily come to the retreat. So yes, there are so many people who are working harder than us, but they don't get this opportunity for these things. They don't have enough earning. And these are all because of the merit accumulation from the past. It's not that we just put effort and we get the result, not necessarily. Effort plus the merit support, the two should be there. The seed and then the germinating factors, nurturing factors like the fertilizers, and depending on how rich the fertilizer is, then the seeds will germinate accordingly. So it's not that there's a seed there and the water is there and automatically germinates to a healthy tree. No, not necessary. The richness of the fertilizer, richness of the sun, the water, and all these factors count. So with this in mind, that the accumulation merit, when accompanied by the wisdom of emptiness, it is extremely enormous. So keeping this in mind, It is advisable for all of us, for you, for me, all of us, try to get this wisdom emptiness. It's not that easy, no matter how difficult it is. And this is the one thing that this is the the most worthy thing to be done. The wisdom of emptiness, something, the effort that is worthy to be put in to get this wisdom. This is so important. It is like, for example, going through surgery. It's not that easy, open heart surgery. But then if this is the only choice, then you have to go through this for your own long-term benefit. So likewise, the wisdom of emptiness, no matter how long it takes, this is the one which will guarantee that, will give you confidence. You will become very self-confident that, okay, now I see where I'm going. I know. So this is with this wisdom of emptiness, I can attain nirvana, I can attain Buddhahood, ultimate freedom from all the miseries can be attained. This confidence. If you don't have the wisdom of emptiness, you continue to have to depend on somebody else. You have to rely on somebody else. You have to trust, believe in somebody else. You never build the confidence yourself. So when you have the wisdom of emptiness, then you become very confident. You can see the path. And the Buddha would be more happy that you become self-confident than always depend on the Buddha. You're getting it? So therefore, this is so important for us. So with this mind, what we have learned from the last 2 days, if somebody can tell me, you just tell me, from what we have learned last the 2 days, this is something which we really need to work on. Any thoughts? What do you think? Anyone? Just give your thoughts. One by one. One by one. Right? Okay. Just give me thoughts. Right? The last 2 days from this, I learned that this is something which I really need to work on. Yes. Wonderful. Mataji. So just to try to see the ultimate reality so that our afflictive corner of obscurities can be removed. Anyone else? To be compassionate. Very good. Anyone else? In any ways, everybody's to say something. Ready? One by one. Ready? Joel? Wisdom of emptiness. Notice it? Okay, to cut the root of suffering. Very good. So I see that already people have suffering. Right. To cut the root of suffering. Okay, anyone else? Quick, raise hands, raise hands. No need to feel shy. Yes. We really need to study. Study what? Music? Study Dharma. Anyone else? Anyone else? Tame your mind. Very good. Anyone else? Quick, quick. Just your thoughts. Uh-huh. Yes, Ashwin. Be consistent. Be consistent with what? With your study, reflection, meditation. Denzila? We can like. Okay, we cannot be His Holiness the Dalai Lama. We can become one like him, right? Even the Buddha cannot be His Holiness the Dalai Lama. His Holiness the Buddha Shakyamuni, they are different. But they are both on the highest level of realization. We can be like. Anyone else? Lethal, you want to say something? Yes. Wow, this is amazing. So the point is that the how you develop in such a way that external world should not affect you. so that this is the liberation. Liberation meaning that you're liberated from being affected by external world, that you have a total say for yourself, that nothing external determines you. Okay, your name, gentleman over there? No? The lady over there, you'd like to say something? Yes. So the reality is very simple. We unnecessarily make very chaotic, complicated things, which is not really the case. We make ourselves to perceive these things as so complicated. Very true. This is known as the elaboration created by the dream. You are in a simple room. There's nothing there. Very simple. But you create a dream with so much of fear, tigers jumping here and there, ghosts chasing you. There's nothing there. It's your mind created. It's very simple. Just wake up. It's so simple. You are not affected by any external factors. Perfect. Thank you. Anyone else? Yes. Just remove the mental dirt like affliction and so forth. That's the gold of the perfection. It's within you already. So we don't have to look for outside. Just remove the mental dirt and you are an enlightened one. Perfect. No matter what is happening, we need to learn how to gain conviction that we all have this, but this is so important, so liberating to get this feeling to get this conviction that I too have the Buddha nature. This is extremely liberating. So why people go through depression, why people go through sense of hopelessness, nothing really works. And then it's all because that they don't have conviction in the Buddha nature. So this is so important. No matter what external things are. For example, like sometimes we have tragedies happening one after the other, one after the other, one after the other. And then under such situation, when you see the broader picture of the reality in time and in space, and then to see that you have the Buddha nature. So what is happening now is just very temporary. Same for somebody who only sees today, 1 hour, 2 hours is an enormous amount of time. But who can think of say 100 years or 80 years, 90 years, 1 hour, 2 hours to be 1, 2, 3 days, 1 month, 2 months, nothing. Then you can think about life after life after life. For them, what is happening today is nothing. That somebody is king, queen, president, prime minister, and so forth. Somebody is the the subject of that, and so forth. It's just so temporary from the point of view of the vast scale, the range of the reality in time and space. So we should be able to see that from that point of view, that we have this Buddha nature and this to how to gain conviction in this. This is so important. So we study, reflect. While reflecting does not only simply means the thing of what you have studied only, but what you study, relate this to the real life, to see how other people are growing, how you're growing, how other people are growing, provided you are in the proper track. But if you are not in the track, don't expect that with the age I will automatically become more experienced. This is never the case. Age doesn't mean anything. But it does mean something if you're on a proper track. If you're on a proper track, with age, you see that you become more and more learned, you're more and more experienced, you become more and more evolved. Very good. Anyone else? Sharing thoughts? Yes. Okay, how you have, so I said that his own is okay. So in that sense, so instead of saying the two are one, let's say the potential in one and the potential in the other, these two are of the same weight, the potentials, same potential, meaning that just as the Buddha Shankar, Prince Siddhartha has the potential to become a Buddha, we too have the potential to become Buddha. From that point of view, we are same. We are same. We are not two we are not two person as same person, but we are same in ways of having the same potential for perfection. Right. Anyone else? Yes. If possible, that finally, so what I learned is that in this life, to get a glimpse of emptiness, so that I become fearless, that I can hold on to you say when you're in the ocean drowning, when you see even a straw, you hold on to this, right? So that I should have a glimpse of emptiness, so that I can hold on to free myself from all the fears of life, and to have some experience of bodhicitta, where I could really feel that ease is expanding. Ease is just expanding. Beautiful. Perfect. It's very comprehensive. Thank you. Somebody, anyone else? The last one. Yes. Your name? Your name? Namjala. Yes. Okay, Namjala is way ahead of us. So he's already completed 2 retreats, right? So we are lagging behind him. 2 retreats behind him, right? We have to do 2 retreats to get to his level of question, right? The question is extremely good. The question is extremely good. Anyway, what is being said, if everything's like a dream, this is what we have been emphasizing the last 2 days. Everything's like a dream. If everything's like a dream, yes, the fear for you dissolves. If you discover that everything's like a dream, the manner in which you wake up from the sleep, from the nightmare, and the fear in the nightmare stops. But what about your compassion? So just as your fear dissolves by knowing that what creates the fear, they're all subjective real, even the compassion should also go down to know that the person for whom you cultivate compassion, that person is just illusion, it's just purely subjective. There's nothing really there from the object as a person. Then your compassion also can diminish. So how can you see the compatibility between seeing the emptiness of objective reality versus a compassion increasing ever more instead of diminishing? So how to see the compatibility, that these two are compatible? Wisdom, emptiness versus compassion. This is a very good question. Let's not forget it. Anyone else? Last, if you have. Anyone? Yes, this is Biela. Okay. So finally we have to look for seek a purpose of life. So this retreat made it very clear that I have to look for a deeper purpose of life, a greater purpose of life. Thank you. Anyone who likes to? Yes. Okay. Yes. Uh-huh. Okay. Thank you. Okay, so these metaphors, they're extremely helpful. Metaphors will help us to understand the concepts very clearly. Thank you. Your name? Gulbahar. Okay, Gulbahar. Gunbahar or Gulbahar? Gul. Gulbahar. Gulbahar. Huh? Gulbahar. Okay. Okay, thank you. Okay. Some the yes. Oh, oh, wow, that's amazing. Yeah, yes. Earlier, it is just forcing yourself, forcing, I have to do it. Now it's very different. There's natural, organically, a joy is coming organically. And then that makes me to flow in the studies very naturally. There's a joy in studies, so precious. Thank you. Okay, good. Anybody else who likes to share your thoughts? The youngest one, yes. Wow, that's amazing. Wonderful. The treasure lies inside. The more you look for treasure outside, is unwise. Wise people who look for the treasure inside. I hope many of you have heard this story. In a way, what your name? What Rinzile is saying is that once a gentleman was looking for, not a gentlewoman, a gentleman. Gentlemen, sometimes the gentlemen are more dull. So the gentleman was looking for a key under the street light. And a passerby asked, what are you doing in the night and under the street? What are you doing? He said, I'm looking for my lost key. And the person said, are you sure you lost the key here? The person said, no, I lost the key in my house. Why are you searching here? Because in my house there's no light. You're getting it? So the unwise people, what Rinzil is saying, that unwise people will look for the treasure outside. Wise people will look for the treasure inside. And why wise? Why those people who look for treasure inside is wise? Because as the person is looking for the treasure inside, the treasure actually exists inside. Why those people who look for the outside for the treasure? They are unwise because where they're looking at, you'll never find it there. It doesn't exist there. It's unwise. So in a way, this young girl is saying that we should be wise to look for the treasure inside. So precious. I'm so glad. Thank you. Okay. So having said this, the most of us say like looking for the treasure inside, wisdom of emptiness, remove the mental defilements, and so forth. All what is said, we see that, and then waking up. So there, we need to know. They say do you agree with me that whatever you said is somehow connected with the gate, bara samgade bodhisattva, meaning that we are in one state, and we are encouraged not to stay where we are. We have to keep improving. Earlier, there's no joy in studying. Now improve to feel joy in studying. You're getting it? Yes, Bhumika? So they keep improving, keep going towards the enlightenment. So how to keep going? For this, we have to see the different stages of one's life, stages, the phases of one's life, the phases of one's progress. So this it takes us to the verse which we already read. From this, just now, and let us turn to page 116, I think, 116. Yes, page 116. Page 116. 116. Page 116. Verse number 5. Verse number 5. We read from a different section, which 216. We read from 216, but it's the same verse. It's the same verse there. Now, where we are reading from page 116, that is the original text, original source from which the verse is taken out. So here, 116. So what is the main text? It says, examination of self and phenomena, chapter 18, which means if you turn to page 113, you will know where the origin source, the main source. It says fundamental wisdom of the middle way. In Sanskrit, Mula Madhyamaka Kareka. In Tibetan, Umazawa Shera. So this is the text composed by Arya Nagarjuna. Okay, so the chapter number 18, verse number 5, page number 116, it reads, ceasing of karmas and afflictions leads to nirvana. Instead of leads to, just remove it, delete it. So this is there are some errors, the translation errors here. Instead of leads to, change it to is nirvana. Instead of leads to, remove leads to, make it is. Ceasing of karmas and afflictions is nirvana. Then karmas and afflictions arise from conceptual thought. These arise from mental elaboration, grasping a true existence. Elaboration ceases by or into emptiness. Okay, so if you understand this, in the earlier days, His Holiness the Dalai gives teachings. Many times, initially by citing this verse, and then explains it, and then the whole teaching revolves around this verse. If you know this verse so well, you understand the Buddha's teachings so well, and you can see what is going inside your mind so well, and how the emotions arise, how the destructive emotions arise, and how they can be undone. We can learn this. Okay, so in the last 2 days, what we've learned, we see the correlation, how this verse links us to many of the other teachings of Buddha, and whatever we have learned the last 2 days, we see that they're all connected with this verse. To understand this verse, we need to know 5 points. The 5 points. Ceasing of karmas and afflictions is nirvana. What is the opposite of nirvana? Samsara. Samsara. What is samsara? Anyone? Huh? Raise hands. Loss of freedom. Loss of freedom. Samsara, you can say, of sickness, aging, death, tension, so forth, and involuntary birth. And Madhavji, what do you say? Cyclic existence, and so forth. We can see that all these things boil down to the understanding of the loss of freedom. Loss of freedom. This is the ultimate understanding of samsara. Okay. So number 1 is samsara, loss of freedom. How many of you don't want to have the loss of freedom? Raise hands. How many don't want to have the loss of freedom? In other words, how many of you like to have the total freedom? Okay. Okay, those of you who raise your hands, tell me, what do you mean by freedom? To know I want freedom, you have to know what is freedom. What is freedom? Huh? To get morning breakfast? Huh? Or what? Freedom from suffering? Huh? What? Tell me what? Freedom, what freedom? To be freed from suffering in this next life is okay. Huh? Okay. So you don't want to prepare for the next life because you don't know what the next life is. Okay, priority. Good. Next life you prepare. The priority is this is wise. This is wise. First, whatever we have in a hand, you have to make sure that that is taken care of, and then plan accordingly. You're getting it. Some people, they forget today and they talk about tomorrow all the time, and then when today is missing, the ground is missing. So therefore, today is very important. Meanwhile, plan for the future. Don't only be focused on today, but don't forget the today also. Very good. Anyone? What is? Yes. The suffering of death, the fear of death. The girl here. Just get. No, I'm not on freedom. I'm talking about the. Freedom? Yes, freedom. Yes, freedom. Doesn't matter. This is smart. This is not a simple answer. Very good answer. Say no matter what external factors that you meet with, otherwise people would take that as miseries, complications, challenges, so forth. But your mind is not affected. You remain grounded. Your mind, take it very differently. That your mind is not affected. This is a freedom. This is extremely beautiful answer. Anyone else? What is freedom? Okay, Sherry Pema. Like that you have the total choice. The choice to accumulate negative karma. So which means that you don't have the freedom not to, you don't have the freedom to choose to do negative karma. Uh-huh. What happened, Sherry Pema? No, I know what he's saying, but I'm putting something different. This is what I'm saying. So, but do you mean to say that the choice to do something negative? Why not? Then you don't have a choice. Then you don't have a choice. You're forced to do positive all the time. There's no choice. Yes, here. What's the problem? What's the problem? If you see things influenced by other things, what's the problem? There's not a problem. So what is liberation? What is freedom? Then the best thing is all the small babies, keep them in one room, separate room, don't influence from outside, right? And let them grow like this. Seed food, give the food, right? Don't let anyone else interact with these children. And then they'll grow they see their things in their own ways, right? They become totally ignorant. You're getting it? Look at the early men and early women. They are like this. There's nothing good in it. We are not born new. We are old people. Toddlers. They're not toddlers. The toddlers in the baby seat, they're not babies. They're very old guys. They already have all the imprints from the past. They're not pure. Right? If you don't believe, watch nowadays very easy. Watch what is that? Facebook. Watch that. There's one boy, little so-called toddler, in a baby seat, right? And the mother gives him something to eat. He looks at it and he pushes it. And the mother gives him another thing. Looks at it and pushes it. Still mother gives another thing. And she looks at it, pushes it. Finally, mother gave a glass of wine. Right? He was so happy. It's not a toddler from past life. You're getting it? So there's nothing good in it. So now the point is what you said is that if we're able to see things who said it? Lisa or somebody said it? If you're able to see things with the mud removed, then without being influenced, when the mud is removed, then go inside. Your Buddha nature. From there, if you're able to see, you're not going to be affected by any other influence. That is a real perception of the reality. That is a bare perception of reality. That is the ultimate. What it says, correct in that sense. Yes. Okay, good. Madhavji. Did you all follow what Madhavji said? You wake up, you get total control of the dream, right? And the naughty people can ask some challenging questions. So you don't have the freedom not to see the dream as dream. No, you don't have the freedom. You don't have the freedom to see the dream as real when you wake up. This is a very naughty question. This is not a good question. This is not a good question. This is not a good question. It's a very naughty, challenging question, but you have to resolve it. You have to answer this. Anyone else? Yes. Be free. Liberate yourself from self-grasping ignorance. Wonderful. Anyone else? Yes. In love with? To be connected with everything, to feel the connection of the love and affection towards everything. Beautiful, universal love. Yes, yes. So how to make it possible? This next question. But if this happens, this is a total liberation, total freedom. Very good. Okay. Yes. To see things without any distortion, to see things as they are. Very good. Okay, so having said this, what we're talking about is the 5 points under this the verse. Ceasing karmas afflictions is nirvana. Karmas afflictions arise from conception of thought, which in turn arises from the elaboration of self-grasping ignorance, and the elaboration ceases through the wisdom of emptiness. So this is what we're trying to explain, the 5 points. The first one is samsara. Okay. Now, what triggered samsara? What triggered samsara? Don't think of samsara as a place there, miserable place. We run away from this. No. So in fact, what is samsara? This again another thing you can discuss in the club in your group discussions. What is samsara? Make it very precise. Try to understand the samsara in its the complete form, most defined form. It's a loss of freedom. Loss of freedom, samsara. Loss of freedom. This is the point. Loss of freedom, loss of enslavement, meaning that you are a slave, you don't have freedom. So loss of freedom or being slave, that is the samsara. And what is loss of freedom? What is loss of freedom? Again, you have to examine. You're getting it? Don't just say that loss of freedom. What is loss of freedom? What do you mean by loss of freedom? Again, we see loss of freedom, it has many shades of meaning, layers of meaning. You're getting it? Okay, don't worry. Okay, next. So what makes us lose our freedom? Next is contaminated karmas. It says, ceasing of karmas and afflictions is nirvana. So what triggers the samsara? The immediate cause of samsara is the contaminated karmas. Contaminated karmas, number 2. Then what triggers contaminated karmas is the afflictions, number 3. What triggers afflictions? Okay, in the next session, I'm going to ask each one of you these 5 points, right? If you don't, you make notes, no notes up to you. But after in the second class, I'll ask each one of you the 5 points. First is samsara immediate cause of samsara is contaminated karmas. And what's the immediate cause of contaminated karmas? Afflictions. What's the immediate cause of afflictions? Inappropriate attention. Inappropriate attention. And don't worry, I'm going to explain each one of them. Inappropriate attention. And what is the immediate cause of inappropriate attention? Elaboration of self-grasping ignorance. Elaboration of self-grasping ignorance. These are the 5 points that we need to remember. Okay, before I explain each one of these points, okay, number one, what is number one? Samsara. What is number two? Contaminated karmas. What is the immediate cause of contaminated karmas? Afflictions. What is the immediate cause of afflictions? Inappropriate attention. And then finally, elaboration of self-grasping ignorance. You can just say self-grasping ignorance, but why I'm adding this word elaboration is that because that Arya Nagarjuna used the word elaboration to mean the self-grasping ignorance. Okay, these 5 points. Before we go to, yes, last one is self-grasping, G-R-A-S-P-I-N-G, self-grasping ignorance. Okay. No, it's not implicit, it is there. So here it says conceptualization. So here in the second line it says karmas and afflictions arise from conceptual thought. So this conceptual thought refers to, if you want to elaborate it, you can elaborate it as conceptual thought, conceptualization, or the conceptual thought of inappropriate attention. Conceptualization of inappropriate attention. Okay, so how many got 5 points? Raise hands. Good. Now, before we go to explain each one of these, I'd like to give an example so that things will become easy for us. Okay, let's say that the okay, let's say that okay, are you using this mobile at the moment? You're using it. You're making, yeah, I know. Okay, anyone else who is not using mobile and having mobile, you know, you're not using it? You're not using this? Are you sure? Okay. Okay. Let's say that we are all fast asleep. We're all fast asleep. And you dream, say, okay. Joel, which country you're from? Spain. Okay, let's say you are in your respective countries, respective place, and you are sleeping there, and you dreamt of attending a retreat in India to Thosamling. And you are having a class. It's a dream. You're getting it? Say you dream. And in the dream, I picked this up and show you this. And the mobile that you have is 15 years old mobile. Mobile that you have is 15 years mobile. And I pick this up and you say there's a mobile there. Number one, you look at it very closely. You see this as brand new iPhone 15 Pro Max. You look at it very carefully. What you're dreaming. You're getting it? Number one, I raise this up and you see this. Oh, there's a mobile. He's holding a mobile. You have never seen me before. You're in dreaming, right? You're in dream. I raise this up and say that it's a mobile. Number one. Number two, you look at it very carefully and you see this as brand new iPhone 15 Pro Max. Then what happens, right? Then you feel attached to this. oh, this nice mobile. My mobile is 15 years old mobile. This is very good one. And he must be very kind. He must be very kind. Geshe-la, would you mind exchanging my mobile with yours? Right? Then the, let's say, okay, let's say who? Okay, Joel? Joel says, no, I already told him before. I already, before he entered this house or this hall, I already told that I'm going to exchange my mobile with his. And he agreed. And you said, no, 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 when did you say this? So you two of you would have fist fight. Fist fight with Joel. With the fist fight, then the police comes. Right? And both of you are behind bars. And your mother called office. Venerable Samala, what happened to my daughter? What happened to my son? Oh, two people were behind bars. And your mother, no, it can't be. My daughter's a very gentle girl. My son is an extremely gentle boy. And the poor mother went to the jail and see that you're there. You went for retreat, not for jail. Right? So jail is not a good place, samsara. And why did you end up in jail? What's your response? Hey, tell me. Why did you end up in jail? What's the answer? Huh? Huh? I fought with Joel, right? Joel was said, I fought with the Shamba, right? We fought. Fighting is karma, action. So you're in jail because of the karma, because you have an act of fighting. Why did you fight? You're a very nice boy, nice girl. Why did you fight? Okay, the Bhumika, why did you fight? You are a very gentle girl. Why did you fight? Because attachment to the mobile and aversion to the competitor, right? So attachment to mobile and aversion to competitor, this is affliction. So karma, because of the affliction. Why do you feel attached to the mobile? Why do you attach to the mobile? Mom, no, this is not the ordinary mobile. This is brand phone, what? Brand new iPhone 15 Pro Max, right? It's not the mobile you gave me 15 years ago. It's a very new one, right? Are you sure? Are you sure it's the brand new iPhone 15 Pro Max? Are you sure? Right? Are you sure in the first place is it a mobile? Are you sure it's the first place a mobile? This is a dream mobile. It's not even a mobile. You're getting it? Okay, now take it this way. Thank you. Okay, now tell me, say, why do they end up in this jail? Because of the fist fight, which is karma. Why do they have the fist fight? Because of the attachment to the mobile and aversion to the competitor, which are afflictions. Why are you attached to the mobile? Because of seeing that as iPhone 15, brand new iPhone 15 Pro Max. You exaggerate the quality of the mobile. You exaggerate the quality of the mobile. And are you sure that this is iPhone 15 Pro Max? Are you sure? It's not even a mobile. So you have exaggerated the object. That is, seeing the dream mobile as a real mobile. You're getting it? Okay. So now we see that in the dream episode, there are 5 things involved. Number 1, being in the jail. Number 2, because of the fist fight karma. Physical karma because of the affliction, attachment, mobile, aversion to the competitor. And that is because of exaggerating the quality of the mobile, exaggerating quality of the mobile, and then finally because of misconceiving the dream mobile as a real mobile. That is number 5. So now tell me, all this episode started from what? What is the trigger point? Believing the dream mobile as a real mobile. That is the trigger point. So number 1, believing the dream mobile as a mobile is you are exaggerating the object. That is the self-grasping ignorance. Now, example and the main meaning. Example, seeing the dream mobile is a real mobile, that is in lieu of this metaphor for this self-grasping ignorance, seeing that the mobile is real, number one. Then not only you see the mobile is real, then you exaggerate the quality of the mobile. That is known as inappropriate attention. What is meant by inappropriate attention? Exaggerating the qualities of the object. Let me repeat it. What is meant by inappropriate attention? In Tibetan, inappropriate attention means sulmin yiche. Sulmin yiche. This is the Tibetan word. So what is inappropriate attention? What's the meaning of that? Exaggerating the qualities of the object. The first one, self-grasping ignorance, is what? Exaggerating the object per se. Exaggerating the object per se. Number two is not on the object, then you exaggerate the qualities of the object. That is inappropriate attention. Once you exaggerate the qualities of the object as so good, attachment arises. When you exaggerate the object as so bad, aversion arises. You getting it? So, on the basis of the exaggerated, what is that? The inappropriate attention, afflictions arise. And afflictions are the driving force. They drive us to engage in contaminated karmas, right? And the contaminated karmas, they throw us into miseries. These are 5 points. So, if you look at this, whenever we encounter with difficulties, challenges, or the problems, we try to see if these 5 things are operating within your mind. And often they say, later on you will see that when you really become good at it, you will see that all our mental disturbance, they're all related to these 5 things operating within our mind. Say now in this dream, if you don't want to be in the prison, what should you do? What should you have done? Anyone? Hey, over there? No, immediate. Huh? What should you do if you don't want to be in the jail? What should you do? Stop fighting. Right? We forgot that. Right? So it is like you are saying Gade Bodhi Swaha. You're getting it? So you forgot Gade para Sam Gade Bodhi Swaha. You're getting it? If you don't want to be in the jail, what should you do? What should you have done? You should not have fought. You should have stopped the contaminated karmas. If you don't want to find, what should you have done? You should not have attachment to the mobile and aversion to joyal. You're getting it? So affliction should not be there, because afflictions trigger your karmas. So afflictions should be stopped. If you don't want these afflictions, manifest afflictions like attachment, anger, and so forth, what should you have done? Anyone else? Stop exaggerating the qualities of the mobile. If you see the mobile, say that if you see, no, this is not really iPhone 15 Pro Max, then attachment not come. If the attachment does not arise, then competition with the joy will not come. You're getting it? So therefore, you have to stop the exaggerating the qualities of the object. If you don't want to exaggerate the qualities of the object, what should you do? Stop seeing the dream mobile as a real mobile. That is the elaboration. Stop elaboration. Stop self-grasping ignorance. Stop the elaboration of self-grasping ignorance. You're getting it? So this is amazing. For example, say, how many of you like cheesecake? Raise hands. With cheesecake, everybody smiles. You're getting it? So what I would suggest is that in future, whenever you encounter with the cheesecake, the big smile comes to you, instead of jumping to eat this cheesecake, give yourself a little gap, little break and think of these 5 points. You're getting it? 5 points. You look at cheesecake, how does it appear? Like a dream or so real there? How does it appear? As so real. As so real. You're getting it? Number 1, self-grasping, seeing the cheesecake as real. objectively real. One. Number two, then you look at the quality. It makes your mouth to water, right? So there, you exaggerate the qualities of the cheesecake. And how do you know that you're exaggerating? First piece of cheesecake, nice? Huh? You like cheesecake? First piece is good. Second piece? Are you sure? Are you sure? Okay, let's try. Tomorrow buy big cheesecake. First piece, second piece, third piece, 10 piece, 20 piece. She says, enough. No, no, you like all piece. Huh? Huh? You're joking. So you eat the first piece is good? 10 piece? Not the 10 piece, right? 10 piece, if I force you, then you say that you throw up. Okay. You throw up means it's not nice. And then even if I bring it closer to you, you say, no, 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 no. Right? You don't see it as nice. Which means what you earlier said, it's the same cheesecake. Earlier you see it so nice where your mouth waters. Now it's so unnice that you feel like throwing up. It's the same cheesecake. It's all the exaggeration of your mind. You're getting it? And how is exaggeration? We will learn more. So this is one way of understanding it. First piece is okay. How many like momos? Raise hands. Right, Dr. Doreen, you like momos? The doctors usually they don't recommend momos. Right? Okay. So they say the first momo is okay. Second is okay. 10th is okay. 20th? No, no. 30th? No way. Right? Which is more delicious, the first one or the 30th one? First one is more delicious. Let's keep the first one last. Hey, Jimit, you said the first one is more delicious. Keep the first one last. It's same. You're getting it? It's just exaggeration or mental exaggeration. But when you look at it, it appears 100% so delicious. The first momo. The 20th momo, it appears 100% repulsive. Right? Okay. So the which means that the that if you don't want to exaggerate the quality of the object, you don't exaggerate the object per se. Stop this self-grasping ignorance. So look at the cheesecake, and first you see how the cheesecake appears to you as objectively real. Then you look at the characteristic attribute. It makes your mouth water, exaggerating qualities of the cheesecake. Then somebody says that, can I have this cheesecake? Right? You will say, no, which means attachment to the cheesecake. And with this, then you will eat more, and then you will have problem of obesity, problem of the cholesterol, then problem of, what else, doctor, tell me? Diabetes, cholesterol, blood pressure, everything comes up. Obesity, right? Okay, so because attachment, then you eat it, karma. With this, all the consequences come to you, and then you regret, right? Okay, just try to relate this, what we learned, the 5 points, with all our, say, emotional stirs, be it attachment nature or be it aversion nature. You try to relate this, and then you, if you don't want this, the obesity, all these problems, then what should you do? You should not overeat the cheesecake. How should you stop overeating cheesecake? Stop the attachment to cheesecake. How to stop the attachment to cheesecake? Stop exaggerating quality of the cheesecake. How to stop exaggerating quality of the cheesecake? Stop exaggerating the cheesecake as real. You're getting it? Okay, so this is so important. This is so important. With this in mind, now okay, so let's say in the dream, say if you don't want to be in the jail, what should you do? Now you are very clear. Tell me, quick. Stop fighting. Don't fight. If you don't want to fight, what should you do? Hey, Stop affliction, stop craving for the mobile, and stop aversion towards joy. Then if you don't want this attachment and aversion, what should you do? The girl over there, stop inappropriate attention, which means stop exaggerating the quality of the object. If you don't want to exaggerate the quality of the object, what should you do? Stop exaggerating the dream mobile is real. If you don't want to see the dream mobile is real, what should you do? Hey, the gentleman over there, your name? Philip, tell me. No, how not to objectify this real? How do you understand it's a dream? Wake up. You're getting it? Just say wake up. Very simple, right? You're trying to deliberately make me, you know, you're troubling me. You're not coming up with the right answer. You're giving me the right answer, but not what I'm waiting for. You make me wait for a long time. Okay, wake up. So if you don't want to see the dream cheesecake as a real cheesecake, wake up from the state of ignorance. Wake up. It's for this reason that the Buddhist Shakyamuni is revered as the fully awakened one. You getting it? Fully awakened one. Okay, so the before we go further into how to wake up, the point is that I'd like to give you three the scenarios. The first one that okay, the first again in dream. Say that we are a part of this program, and then the Prince Samula said that we'll have this very pleasant day today. Otherwise, it is very cold. Earlier it is very hot. Today is very pleasant day. We'll have a small picnic. Are you happy? Hey, it seems that you are not too happy. All right. Okay, Venerable Samula then says, don't worry. We'll all first go to have audience with His Holiness the Dalai Lama. You are dreaming. And in the dream, Venerable Samula said, we'll all go for the audience with His Holiness the Dalai Lama. And then we'll come for a picnic. How many are happy? Raise hands. Okay, good. So then so His Holiness the Dalai audience. And then we come here. We have the picnic. You're happy. And suddenly there's an earthquake. By the way, last night, there's an earthquake. Last night there was an earthquake. Yes. Okay, and there was an earthquake. Its magnitude is 9.9. Right, 9. What is it like? Not last night. Don't worry. I'm saying in the dream. If the magnitude is 9, then what is that like? No hope. No hope. Right. So then then what happened, everything is just falling, and then you said the building is collapsing. You said, no, I'm dead. When you say you are dead, your mother wakes you up. You are happy, not happy? Very happy, right? Okay, there are three scenarios. One, picnicking in the dream. You're so happy. Number two, the earthquake, and you feel that you are dying now. Number three, your mother wakes you up. Of the three choices, you go for only one choice. Choose one. 1, 2, 3. Okay, Joel, number 3. Anyone else? Number 3 resents. Number 3. She forgot even the dream. The first dream is, you want to know dream? The first part dream is that you have a picnic. Right? Number 2, you know? What is that? Earthquake. And then not only earthquake, that you're dying. Number 3, not waking up, no, your mother waking you up. Okay, so which of 3 you prefer? 1, 2, 3. Picnic. Number 1, not the third one. Not the third one. How many prefer number 1? Be very honest, don't worry, don't feel shy. Then number 1, picnic is always better. Picnic is picnic. Good. Number 1, 1, 2. That's it. No, 3. Huh? Both one. No, I said one. Go for one. Okay. Who would say number 3? Nobody wants number 2, I know. Number 3. Huh? You want 2. You're from a different world system. I think you're from a different planet. Huh? Are you sure you're from this planet? No. Yes, this is what I'm saying. Are you from this planet? Okay. Okay, yes. So we need a different set of teaching for people from different planets. So this teaching is for the people from this planet. Yeah, for people from other planet, we need another set of teachings. Okay, so I can't teach anything. Okay. Okay. By the way, for the first, there are 3 people. For the second, there is 1. And for the third, resents. Second one. Okay. Second, there are 2. Okay. So you are not only the one, there are 2. Yeah. Okay. Uh-huh. No, which one? You want the second or the third? Second, not the third one. You don't want to wake up. No, if there's only one choice, but the yes. Number 3, keep on dying. Second one. Okay, that's amazing. Oh, okay, so 2 of you need different treatment. Okay. Okay, now let's say that say the first two. Those of you who don't like the second one, those who don't like the first one, right? So think of these 2 dreams, not the third one. First, very pleasant. Second one, unpleasant, right? For these 2, first one is very unpleasant. Second one is very pleasant, right? Dying is very pleasant. Everybody dies and you 2 are left. Are you happy, not happy? No, they don't want to live. They don't want to die. Omega? No, they don't want to live. Yes. Still dream, yes. But in your thoughts, there are so many layers. I can see that, right? But I can digest only one thing. 3 choices. First one, dream. Second one is dream. Third one is waking up. First one is very pleasant dream. Second one is very unpleasant dream. Then you're dying. Third one is your mother wakes you up. Choose one. Third one. Hey, reason. Second one. Still the second. What's the second? What's the second? So you like that. So for example, today if there's earthquake, you are happy, celebrating? You This is a very philosophical answer. I don't like it, but I want it. Okay, so you want the earthquake now? If it is happens, you want to see it? No. Okay. Okay. So let's say that the first two dreams, one very pleasant dream, one very unpleasant dream. In both, there are so many things which these two dreams share in common. Tell me, what are some of the commonalities between these two? There are so many things which are common between two. First, which is very pleasant dream. The second one, which extremely unpleasant dream. But there are many commonalities between the two. Tell me, what are the commonalities that you can think of? One over there. Both the dream, both the illusion. Quick. Anyone? That there's no control. Anyone else? They both appear as real. Quick. Both, no. But the second one, okay, yes, in a way, second one, I don't want to die. The desire not to die. In the second case, the first one, desire for picnic. Second one, desire not to die. Okay, good? Anyone else? Okay, yes. Anything can happen. There's nothing you can decide. Very good. This girl here. But next moment, what will happen, we're not sure. Okay, Madhavji, loss of freedom, how? You have no control. Who said it? There's somebody else who said it. No control. Who said it? Bhumika. Okay, so Bhumika, how many you agree with Bhumika and the mother of that, the dream, and then the others also said that we don't know. Two of them said, this Shamba and this girl, Ivan. So both of them said that we have no control, meaning that what will happen next time in the dream we cannot say. So that way there's no control. Okay, if you still want to, in both ways we hold in dreams as real, but still some way you are holding to it as real. Very good. Okay, now to make it even more clear, what the two of them said, the Bhumika and the Madhavji, and here the Tinshamala and Ivan. Ivan is a male. Ivan is male. I know what is it. You said Ivan, you said your name is Ivana, but my question is different. Ivan, is it a male? This is what I'm saying. You're getting it? I got a question, you did not get my question. Yes, you got it. Huh? Okay, so your name is Ivana. Your name is Ivana. Okay, good. Thank you, Ivana. Okay, so with this in mind, so now to make it more clear, as Ivana said, Dinshamala said, Bhumika and Madhaji said, the loss of freedom. In both the dreams, there's a loss of freedom. What does mean by that? Let's say that the say in the dream, again, Venerable Samula took us to the audience with His Holiness. And usually the audience is very quick, right? You just pass by His Holiness, very quick. And today, His Holiness in the dream, His Holiness asked Venerable Samula, why don't we have tea together with me? How many of you are happy? Raise hands. Wow. Usually it's a very quick audience, but now having tea with His Holiness. How many of you like this dream? Raise hands. How many like to have this dream? How many of you like to have this dream tonight? Good. How many of you will have this dream tonight? Raise hands. How many of you will have this dream tonight? Raise hands. Why not? Hey, the girl over there. with a white shirt? Your name? Pinzo. Why don't you want to have this? Why aren't you going to have this dream tonight? It's a very pleasant dream. We don't have control. We cannot choose this dream. You're getting it? This is the meaning of dream. However pleasant it is, there's one problem with this. One problem with this is that you have no control. You have no freedom to choose the dream. So what do you want? You want the freedom to choose, or you don't want the freedom to choose? What do you want? Well, freedom to choose. I like to ask these two girls. You want the freedom or no want freedom? Good, good. Good. Okay, full stop. Girl here, you want freedom. Okay, good. Right. So they add something more, it confuses us. Right? So full stop. Okay. So which means everybody wants freedom, but this the problem with the dream is that by the very definition of dream is that there's no control in the dream, no freedom. So lack of freedom is a problem. So what we said is that what is number 5? What is number 1? Of the 5 points, what is number 1? Suffering, samsara. What's the meaning of samsara, suffering? Literal loss of freedom. Now you understand it? Loss of freedom. Why loss of freedom? Because we were under the dictate of your own karmas, contaminated karmas. Contaminated karmas decide on you. We don't have the we don't have to say. For example, what happened in the next 10 years? We cannot decide. Your karma decides for you. So you don't have the freedom. Lack of freedom is misery. You getting it? Okay. So from this, finally, if you don't want this lack of freedom, what should you do? Tell me. Wake up, right? How to wake up? This next question. How to wake up? You getting it? How to wake up? For this, what do we tell me? What's the difference between the waking up and being in the dream? What's the difference? Anybody who can paraphrase my question? Or can repeat my question or paraphrase my question? Anyone? What's the difference between waking up and being in the dream? What's the difference? Anyone? What's the difference? Okay, in the dream, you see dream is real. Waking up, you see the dream as not real. How many agree with this? Shambhala, raise hands. Good. Okay. Now the okay, pick up something which is in front of you and show that to me. And then look at it yourself. Look at it. Look at it. And see how it appears to you, as real or as dream. Ivana? As real. This girl? Real. And the other girl, Jigme? As real. What do you mean by real? Huh? I can feel it. I can see this. It's so real. It's not like my mind is creating it. This meaning, right? Real. And so what you're going to learn is that, okay, in the dream, what's the dream like? It's not real. What do you mean by dream not being real? Anyone? Dream not being real. What do you mean by that? Quick, 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 somebody. There's no sensory engagement with the object. But in the dream, we feel that you are having the sensory engagement in the dream, right? But in reality, it is not real. You think that this is deceptively seen as engaging with the having a sensory engagement, but it is not. It's not real. Okay, so the anybody who likes to explain again, like what Joel said, you say in your own words or your thoughts the difference between what is real and say. Okay. Okay, what is my left hand? Flower. Is it a dream flower or real flower? Tangible flower. Tangible flower. What is my right hand? What is my right hand? Tangible flower. Untangible flower. Right? So there's nothing there. Nothing there. Okay, imagine a blue flower in my right hand. Okay, what is in my left hand? Pink flower. What is my right hand? What is my right hand? Uh-huh. So this girl is very naughty. I said that this girl, yes, from different planet is fine, understandable. Yeah. So what I said, imagine blue flower, and she's saying that nothing. Right? You're right. Anyone else? What's my right hand? Imaginary blue flower. Right? Imaginary blue flower. Now you tell me what is the difference between this flower in my, the pink flower in my left hand, and the imaginary blue flower in my right hand. What's the difference? Anyone? Tell me. There's no blue flower. You are from a different planet. We said imaginary blue flower. So what she's saying is imaginary blue flower. I can see, not you. You're not thinking of an imaginary blue flower. You are thinking. So what you are seeing is not others can see. What I'm seeing, what I'm thinking is only what I see, not others see. Is what I'm saying? We at least this part we share the planet. Okay, good. Okay. Anyone else? What's the difference between this? Because I need to run. Say, huh? The one has substance, the other one does not have substance. Anyone else? And quick. Quick. Any difference between the two? Yes. My eye conscious can just see this pink flower, and the mother just eye conscious cannot see the imaginary blue flower. Anyone else? What's the difference between these two? There are many differences. One is real and one is imagination. Okay, thank you. And Rimbila. Wow, one is positive phenomena. Are you sure there's the imaginary flower is a negative phenomena? Are you sure? No, I do not say absence. It's different. They're very different. Okay, so let us, yeah, over there. Okay, there are two different perceptions. And the quality is very different. Where you perceive uh, you can imagine it, whereas this one you don't have to imagine, it's real there. So on the, what's your name? Edith. Okay, so what Edith said, let's say, what Edith is saying is that this pink flower, there's some object there to say that I am the flower. Whereas here, the imagined blue flower, there's no object there. Your mind has to create it. You're getting it? So one, the pink flower, it is from the object, and the imagined blue flower is from the subject, from the mind. So in a loose sense, what we can say is that this pink flower is objectively real, and the imagined blue flower is subjective, it's not objective. You're getting it? Okay, now tell me, in a loose sense, this book is objective or subjective? Objective. Dream, objective, subjective? Subjective. The mirage is mirage, objective, subjective? Subjective. Rainbow, objective, subjective? Okay, usually with the rainbow, this is a problem. There's a split happens usually to all the conversations in all these teachings. When I give the example of rainbow, then people split. Some say it's objective, some say subjective. Okay, raise hands those think that rainbow is objective. Raise hands. Okay, look at those people. And those who said subjective, raise hands. So it's like half-half. You're getting it? Rainbow is a very good example because this is just in between objective, subjective. Whereas mirage, subjective, dream, subjective, and then hallucination, subjective, pure subjective. You're getting it? From this, what we learn is that things can be seen in two ways: subjectively real or objectively real. You're getting it? In the dream, when you are in the dream, you see the dream as objective or subjective. When you are in the dream, you see a dream as objective or subjective. Objective, raise hands. Good. When you're out of the dream, you see a dream as Subjective. Very good. Okay, so in other words, what we learn here before we wind up this class is that when we see things as objective, the fears arise. In the dream, when do you have the fear of the dream? In the dream or outside dream? In the dream. Why? In the dream, you see the dream contents as objectively real, which is ignorance. You getting it? Let me repeat it. In the dream, you see the dream contents as objectively real. Dream is objectively real. This is ignorance. And the result is the fear. The dream ghost, dream tiger, and so forth. Then when you wake up, you see dream as subjectively real, empty of objective reality. You're getting it? You see the dream as empty of objective reality. You see dream as subjective. So when you see the dream as empty of objective reality or seeing the dream as subjective, is wisdom or ignorance? It's wisdom. And the outcome is the fear in the dream dissolves. You're getting the wisdom, the fear in the dream dissolves. From this, generally speaking, what we learned this morning is that seeing things as objectively real is ignorance, and seeing things as subjectively real is valid mind, is wisdom. You getting it? We've learned this. Now, the next question is what? What will be the next question? What we said thus far is that seeing things as objectively real is ignorance. It gives rise to all the fears of life. It gives rise to the loss of freedom, miseries. Whereas seeing things as subjectively real, which means empty of objective reality, that is the wisdom, and that dissolves also all our fears. That gives us the freedom. You're getting this, what we've learned. So what would be the next question? How do you wake up? Anyone else? Yes, the precise question is, how do we know that things are all subjective real, that nothing exists objective? How do we know that? You're getting it? So before this, the question would be how to wake up. So when we say how to wake up, we should learn how to see things as subjective real. Next question is, how do we see things as subjective real? This is our next question. Okay, we'll stop here. So we need to know how to ask the correct question. You're getting this is so important. Tirtha Om Gati Gati Paragati Parasam Gati Bodhi Swaha Om Gati Gati Paragati Parasam Gati Bodhi Swatyata Om Gati Gati Paragati Parasam Gati Bodhi Swaha. 3 prostrations together.